What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is 2024 officially, so Happy New Year. I'm finishing this video up on the 2nd of the year, and I'm really excited to release these next few videos. They're going to be shorter, a little lighter on the commentary, and basically just feature me paddling little falls at various levels downstream in this Dagger Vanguard. You'll see me getting used to the boat, and I'll drop in commentary where I feel like it's useful. Otherwise, I'll keep my trap shut. I hope you enjoy. Please drop comments about what else you want to see. Got a lot of interesting stuff coming up for the year, and I'll do my best to keep cranking these videos out as quickly as I can.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, dude. Oh, stupid. Well, good thing you practiced.
I'm thinking about trying to attain up out and getting a second run at this boof, but it's moving pretty fast and I don't really commit, so I get a sideways fall over the ledge. Oops. This boat is going so fast and it's so long that if I wanted to catch the eddy under the boof rock at Z, I really need to use my edges super hard because this thing just wants to keep going straight. So I really need to dig in, lean, and get my paddle in the water and probably boof further right if I want to actually make that eddy, which the boat is longer than. But this is what it's designed to do, so I'm trying to get better at that. All right, it's time to talk about the sun, the eternal life giver, the whole reason we're around. Also can be the reason you can't see anything and crash into a bad spot or pin or flip over or hit wood or hit your buddy or whatever it might be. Ways to mitigate sun directly in your eyes include the visor that might have come with your helmet, little neoprene caps and thin ball caps that you can put under your helmet. They include sunglasses, which you will lose unless you get good croquis or something to keep them attached, or retention band. And the reason it's important is because in this moment, I know you can't tell through the video, but I am literally gazing directly into the sun. Now, of course, another way I could mitigate this is with my boat angle. I could kind of look away from the sun, ferry over, etc. But I want to stay with my friends, and I feel like I can see well enough that I kind of muddle on through. But this gives you some perspective for like the shoddy paddling I'm doing here, just paddling straight into the sun. I don't know. Don't do that. It's dumb. One other thing about the intentionality and the planning that you need to paddle a longboat. You can see me getting washed past these features, which as a matter of etiquette, like isn't that great. If I wash downstream far ahead of my group, they're going to have to come after me to get eyes on me, which means they're not going to be able to surf what they want to surf, practice rolls, whatever they're doing. You got to stick together when you're boating. And so I feel a little bit bad in catch an eddy here because I keep missing the eddies on my way down. I'm going so fast, and if I don't see the slack water or the eddy and I need to make a last minute move, it's much harder, in my opinion, in this boat to make it than in something more agile style, like my rewind, or hell, even my code is much shorter than this. So just flagging that when you're paddling one of these, like, don't hold your group up because you're not planning to make eddies, etc. Or if you do, make sure to eddy out somewhere where they can see you, get your paddle in the air, do one of these to make sure they know you're okay, and wait for them to catch up. Keep an eye out river left for when you see this little trickle, this little connecting branch, this little waterfall at lower levels. This is where you're going to get out and walk across the island, put back in, continue downstream in order to hit Beaver Slide and run it on the way down. I know you all know this, but I'm just mentioning it in case we have some newer viewers. If you look in my videos, you'll see this is how you get there. It's a fun little creaky drop, and at higher levels like 3.7 and up, you can attain it. So from like 3.4 all the way up to 3.7 or 8, there are two great surf waves at Beaver Slide. The first one is, as you see, Paul surfing, and then the second was actually above it at higher levels. There's a wave that you can either attain up or catch on the way down. I have a lot of trouble surfing these waves in longer boats. It's because I'm not great at surfing, but also because the longer the boat is, it's a little trickier to stay in the pocket of the wave. I always have an easier time in my playboat or my rewind. I just can't make this longboat stick. Managing yourself in a weird eddy that's like the size of your boat with a fast current going by is a great skill. Don't slack off from catching more turbulent eddies, because if you find yourself in one, you want to know how to deal with it. Eyes open, head on a swivel. If there's been a big change in the river level, make sure to look around for landmarks that are on the shore or otherwise not impacted by how much water there is. If you weren't paying attention, you could find yourself right at Little Falls without ever having known that you passed Slingshot. If you're used to paddling in low water and you're used to passing those big rocks on your right, they're not really there at this level and above, so just mind your P's and Q's. All right, now we're going to run Little Falls, but starting from river right, which is a change of pace. We eddied out over here just to look at Virginia. There's kind of a sneak line or a fun drop at lower water if you hug the Virginia bank, and now that we've looked at it, we decided to just run it normally. This is the massive Scout Rock eddy, which you can catch after running Welcome Wave like I did. Keeping it chill today, just going to peel out and run the Maryland side. I could have ferried over across the river to the Harry Ferry eddy, or just ferried out and run Dark Side Hole, which I've done in previous videos. But for now, we're just going to take the Maryland Wave Train. All right, notice this massive curler coming from left to right. In any other boat, I would have taken a right-hand stroke, sweep stroke, to get my bow left, teed up more perpendicular to that wave. But in this case, this boat is so big and long and has so much volume that I know it's just going to send me right when it washes over me rather than flip me over. So I just get my edge control ready and get ready to take some strokes to stay upright through it. This attainment, if you start it from way too low, is really hard. There are moving pieces of slack water that you can see visually and pursue on your way up to the rock island that creates the eddy. And the point of going back up there is because there's some good surfing to be had on the Maryland waves. You can eddy out way before I did, but I enjoy those final waves, so I tried to hit them. A little embarrassed I couldn't make it all the way up in the longboat, but hey, that's why we're out here improving our fitness, getting better at those strokes, edge control, and hopefully this won't be a problem for me the next time I try it.
I'm gonna swim probably. I'm probably gonna swim. Trying to get out of this boat. It's really weird to get out of this boat. Oh. Woo! Hey, check out that piece of quartz. I'm gonna bring it home with me. It's pretty cool looking. I bet I clean it up. There's a few of them.
Okay, that red quartz, whatever it is, I'm taking a guess, is really pretty. And actually, fun fact, if you are at Yellow Falls on the Potomac, which is upstream of here, a little class 2 thing, the rocks on the right above the rapid, are entirely made up of that sort of quartz-like rock with red shot through it. It's really pretty. The other thing that I'm going to hammer home, I can't say this enough, if you see a place where you really don't feel like trying to get out of your boat, go try it. At some point, you will have to get out of your boat in some terrible circumstance, and you want to be practiced at it. You want to know where to lean, to balance, what you can get away with, and since the longboat's a new boat to me, I'm making sure to do this as much as I can.